So looking at some more units here, you also have mechanized infantry. The prerequisite technology is mobile tactics, not the labor union. For whatever reason, they did away with that in Civilization 5. I never really understood why it was labor union originally. What else do they have? Let's see. Helicopter gunship. We saw this earlier. They give you basically a hind. It has what looks like American livery with the shark teeth on it, but this is actually a hind. It's a Russian design that was very well known during the Soviet occupation of Afghanistan in the 1980s. These were partly what got the CIA involved, because they were selling anti-aircraft weapons to the rebels. That was the primary thing the CIA were doing there as aid to anti-communist forces. Again, watch the film Charlie Wilson's War, or read the book Charlie Wilson's War to learn more about that. You also have foreign legions for the first time, although they become obsolete with plastics, get replaced by infantry. In reality, the real-life foreign legion are still around. But they have khaki uniforms now. You also have Minutemen for the Americans. So Minutemen, if you know the history, were essentially colonial militias that joined the American Revolution. So if you're Americans, they replace the musketmen, and you upgrade to riflemen. The riflemen also appear to be based on American forces, although they're universal to all the civilizations, other than ones that have special units. Let's see if we can find a rifleman. Riflemen, see, it's obviously like U.S. uniforms from the Civil War era. I'm looking at the foreign legions. You don't have to be the French to build them. They don't appear to replace anything. Then submarines. I might as well just go over the submarines. So you have the original diesel submarines. It's hard to say which one they are trying to copy there. It looks like a German U-boat of some kind because of the... I guess this is a cable cutter or something up here. I don't remember what this is for, but that's a distinctly German feature. And then you have 2 torpedo tubes on each side instead of 3, like you would have in an American submarine. So I think this is supposed to be German. And comes obsolete with telecommunications. That's new. The submarine never used to become obsolete in Civilization. You can upgrade it to a nuclear submarine. There's a nuclear submarine. It can carry 2 missiles. Once you have telecommunications, you can deploy these. Which is a little strange because I think most people would agree that nuclear submarines became possible with nuclear power. I'll take a look at the text here, just for laughs. There we go, over here. They have nuclear fission, but for some reason nuclear power isn't separate. So, prerequisite text, atomic theory and radar, and leads to mobile tactics and advanced ballistics. Units become available, the atomic bomb and the bazooka, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. And you can build a nuclear plant, but you can't actually build a nuclear submarine, which is odd. This is something I had forgotten. In 1917, New Zealander Ernest Rutherford was the first man to split the atom. I thought it was later. Maybe this was secret at the time. Rutherford's pretty well known, so I feel kind of strange that I didn't remember that basic fact about his life. Yeah, they're mostly talking here about nuclear weapons, which, as I said, as in real life, you can't really use. So it's kind of a waste in a way, although it's understandable why they would include them in a game about the history of civilization. The challenge might be to avoid using them. So I won't actually get that far in this playthrough, and if you get Civilization 5, you can peruse this and read the tremendous amount of material that's in here. Another way of perusing the Civilopedia, sort of indirectly, that I should mention before getting into the game, is there are several websites run by fans. So this is a fandom site for Civilization, simply called the Civilization Wiki. This is the entry on the paratrooper for Civilization 4 that you have to add. It comes with Beyond the Sword, the add-on pack. But you can actually look up all of the Civilization series on this website. So there's 5. And there are all the subjects. So if you are curious about the game but haven't decided to buy it, this is one website you can learn about it on. There is also the Civilization Fanatics Center. And the Civfanatics website includes a Civilopedia, independent of Firaxis games. So you have all your units here. This is just an example. They have most other things here too. So Civilopedia, buildings. See if it'll load. There we go. Palace, monument, and so on. From the look of this, it looks like they might be doing construction on the website. This isn't actually how I remember it. I don't remember it being so white. And this formatting is a little weird, so it might be they're working on it at the moment, but it has the information in there. So, onto the game, I guess.